Me tienes enamorado, me tienes descontrolado, me tienes apasionado por el amor. Leo, le, leo, le, la. Qué bonito se siente, llegó el amor de repente. Leo, le, leo, le, la. Qué bonito se siente tener amor de verdad. ¡Ja!
Hi, this is Ariana with Houston MediaSource, and I'm super excited to be joined by Walter Suhr of the band Mango Punch.
Hola.
Walter, thank you so much for welcoming me into your home studio.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Today we're going to chat at length with Walter about the band, its roots in Houston, how it's taken it to the international level, and also discuss the release of his new CD, Mi Sombrero y Yo.
That's correct.
All right, so let's get started. What drove you to create the band with the name Mango Punch?
Well, you know, from the very outset, we were very clear in the fact that we wanted it to be a bilingual band, a crossover band. You know, Gloria Estefan was already opening the doors for you know, Latinos. And so, you know, with my manager, with Susanna, who has been with me from the very beginning, even before it was Mango Punch, one day we go like, okay, let's find a word, let's find a name for the band that has two words, one in Spanish and one in English, but that both cultures could understand, so with relatively common words. And sure enough, we started throwing ideas around and cocoa something, and then she goes mango, and I go punch, and we loved it because it had the connotations, you know, of a tropical drink and the happy feeling that we wanted to convey. So, and now I have it, you know, national trademark for it because it's worked for us, and we really like the name.
What do you want to evoke when people hear your music?
Well, the most important word I would say, if I had to choose one, is fun. You know, we want people to have fun. I think, you know, people have problems, people have difficult lives sometimes, and music can be one of those things that help you in life to, you know, to change from sad to happy. And so in general, I want the music to help people in that way, to make them dance, to make them happy. And so, you know, the other words that come to mind is, you know, we use some humor in some of the songs, like Que Me Pongo or Zapatos, we try to be humorous. Romantic is a big part of it. You know, some of the songs are definitely of a romantic nature. But so those are the main elements. Although in this last CD, one of the most important songs is actually called Piensa. And it's a song that invites people to actually get more involved in the ecology of the planet and just change a few habits that can help, because I think it's already late to start. And so I thought to write a salsa, something that is happy, but the message is important in trying to bring people on board to do whatever is in their power to do.
Speaking of the new CD, let's talk about that for a second.
Yes.
So what can people expect to hear in your new CD?
This is our new CD. It's called Mi Sombrero y Yo. We are very proud of the new songs. They can expect, you know, two of the songs were recorded in Colombia with musicians from Carlos Vives' band. So we're proud to have great musicians other than the Mango Punch band. We have invited some guest artists that are really outstanding. We have the arranger for Ricardo Arjona. He was involved in 3 of the songs in the CD. So we crafted it as to the best of our ability.
What are some of the songs that are on the CD that deliver a message that you really want to drive home?
Well, Piensa, like I said, is definitely one of the key things that I do want to stress, but another one is a humorous song called La Ortografía. And it just points out, again, in a humorous way, but you know how with technology the spelling of the language has declined tremendously. And I think it's okay if people are aware that they are spelling it wrong, but there is a big segment of the population that may not even be aware that of what the correct spelling is, because it's so commonplace now. And so, you know, the song also is, a song aimed towards teachers to keep the good fight and keep good spelling standards for their students. So that's a song. Another one that I'm very proud of and that we're going to release first is called Tu Eres Tu. It's a song where Susana actually sang with me, and we co-wrote the song. And it's a very romantic ballad. It's kind of like bachata pop. So it has a cool rhythm and we like it.
Tú eres tú, yo soy yo, pero qué bien nos la llevamos en el amor. Tú eres tú, yo soy yo, y estando juntos lo pasamos de lo mejor.
Mi sombrero y yo. For those people at home that don't know what that means, it means my hat and I. Your sombrero and you have been to a lot of places, all right? And you've met a lot of really important folks as well. Share with us a bit of some of the experiences that you've encountered along with your hat.
Well, that's exactly what the song is about. It's not a song that is specifically written for the hat, but it's written because my hat is actually from Guatemala, where I'm from. And so it kind of represents the fact that we have both been trying to represent my country as well as we can and to make our country proud. But also it's a way of saying thank you for a career that has spanned over 20 years. And from the very beginning, from the first photo opportunity I had, I had the hat on, and now I wear it to galas with the tuxedo, and I wear it with shorts, and I wear it with everything. And so it's just about being thankful for all the friends we've known, all the love we have received. So that's what Mi Sombrero is about.
What inspires you?
I draw inspiration from a lot of different sources, you know, just from watching life. I mean, it can be personal experiences, things that have happened to me, but sometimes things that have happened to people around me, like zapatos. I just have had many women in my life, my sisters, my mother, Susana, and it seems a common denominator that women just love their shoes. So I draw inspiration from different sources. What I try to do is, you know, the world is so vast and there's so many things to talk about. And so I try to not to stay on trite subjects and try to discover new ways of saying new things.
Let's talk about some of the various roles that you play in the band, because you're not just lead vocalist or musician, but you have other roles, including songwriter. What else do you do?
Well, you know, since I started the band by myself, actually before it was Mango Punch, there was just Walter Suhr going to stake a nail with a big old computer, handy computer as a matter of fact, with floppy disks, so that tells you how long I've been around. But so I started by myself, so I actually, you know, had to wear all the hats from the very beginning, you know, kind of promoting the band and playing the music and learning the songs and writing them. So it just has continued through my career as the band has expanded. I still, you know, but I have great help in Susana, my manager, who takes care of, you know, all the business dealings and you know, signing the contracts and talking to the clients. So that allows me to concentrate more on the creative aspects. But I couldn't have got here without the great talent that surrounds me. I am very grateful to the configuration of Mango Punch right now. It's musicians who are not only great people, but great musicians as well, easy to work with them. So it's a pleasure to go out and play with a group like that. So I wear many hats, but they contribute tremendously to make it look, including like the sound engineer, the roadies even, you know, they have the hardest job of setting up the equipment and tearing it down at 3 in the morning. So I'm very grateful to their input and their work.
Well, I know the band's, you know, really synonymous when you think of Houston, and it definitely, you know, your story of the band and, you know, just of your individual story, I think, is inspirational, and it speaks to the spirit of Houston as well, and just Texas, where just Latinos in general, because you started this dream on your own. What message would you have for folks out there who've always dreamt of starting their own band, or any project that they've always wanted to do? What's some advice that you can share with them?
Well, I would say like the most important advice that I would have, one of the reasons that has allowed me to stay independent, is really talk to your fan base. I mean, if you're starting a band, make sure that you reach out to them, that you connect with them, that you get their contact information, and that you can keep them posted of your activities, because that, clubs are going to hire you more if you're going to draw more people. So if you're a band that just is a fantastic entertainer, but you are not drawing fans, you're not going to provide as much value to clubs. So I would say, if you're starting out, really concentrate not only on the music and making your craft as good as you possibly can, but also on staying in touch with your fans and not neglecting them and keeping them updated. And now social media makes it a lot easier than it used to be back then, where you had to rely pretty much just on mail. So just be active on that.
Any special messages you want to send out to your fans?
Well, I just do want to invite them to the CD release, because a lot of people know us from the environment of playing either festivals or parties, and we have this other side to the band that we are particularly proud of. It's more of a concert type of show that we prepare, where we just engage the audience more. People are not necessarily dancing, but they are just more involved with us in the music. And we prepare a show that is, has better lighting and better musicianship, and we have great artists coming in. And Talento Bilingüe, which is where we're going to hold the CD release party, is just the perfect, cozy environment for really great sound, and that's why we keep doing it there. So we hope people will give us a chance to show this other side of Mango Punch that may not be familiar with.
Where can people get more information about the band?
Well, they can always log on to our website, mangopunch.com. But if you're interested in our music, if you like our music, you can find us on iTunes. You can make a Pandora station. We are on Pandora. We are on Amazon, and there's a website that is fantastic. It's called cdbaby.com. And they cater to independent artists, and they are really good to us. And of course, Facebook, we have a Mango Punch page, or they can befriend me personally on Facebook, Twitter. So we are on the media.
All right, thank you so much. Will you please take us away with some music?
Absolutely.
Nuestro planeta está enfermando, y tú lo ves y no estás ayudando. Si no están haciendo nada tus hermanos, no seas tú el Pilatos que se lava las manos. ¿Cuánta gente hemos conocido, mi sombrero y yo? Mi sombrerito y yo, mi sombrerito y yo. ¿Cuántos amigos hemos querido, mi